Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Sebastian Ryder. Don't forget the Van Gogh. And you are tapped in with another episode of Cut Different. And today we got a very special guest in the building. We got music producer, afrobeat aficionado, hailing all the way from Lagos, Nigeria, none other than Timi Dre.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we still trying to figure out who Veronica is.
Bro,
me
tell us today? Me too, bro. I'm trying to figure out what that is.
What's good, brother? You doing all right? Thanks for joining us today, man.
Thank you for having me. It feels amazing to be here, honestly.
Word up, man. Yeah. Well, tell the people a little bit about Timi Dre, man. I mean, obviously, Lagos, Nigeria, Afro beats, Afro fusion, Afro soul.
Yeah, all of that good stuff. But yeah, so I'm originally from Lagos, Nigeria, but currently I'm based in Brooklyn, New York. So people from New York, I don't even know how to say it, but like, yeah, I'm from Brooklyn too. So it's a merge of both worlds.
Word. It's the best of both worlds.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
And so coming from Lagos, right? Like obviously people hear like Wizkid, Burna Boy, Tim's, Ruger is somebody I just discovered too. Where's your inspiration come from, and what got you into making music, Afrobeat specifically?
I feel like music has always been like my solace, like, because most of the time growing up I've always been like by myself, like, because I don't even want to get into that, but like that's just been my solace. So like I just figured that was the only thing I could do the most.
So it just makes you feel good, just make you feel something.
Yeah, and I also want to make people feel good too. So like it's like a mutual thing.
I feel that. And so, if I heard you right earlier, we were talking, you said you produce all your own records.
Yeah,
right? So, with that, you got to wear two different hats. You feel me? One backwards, one forwards, right? So, which one is backwards, which one forwards? Are you producer first, artist first? What's the vibes?
Before anything, I'm an artist first, then I'm a producer too.
Okay. And you produce for other people?
Yeah, I do. And I don't try to box myself like as a producer. Like I feel like I can produce any record, but as an artist, I do have my sound already. So yeah.
Fire. That's what's up, man. And so let's talk about some of these records, man. I mean, obviously you came today, you're going to perform one live for us, but, who is Veronica, man? I mean, what's going on? We hearing it all on Instagram, all on TikTok, all on the platforms. Like, if it's 2050, those platforms might not still exist. But right now, they're going crazy. So what's going on?
Bro, I'm trying to figure out too, bro. I don't know Veronica is. It was just an inspiration at the time, like, I was just thinking about like being in a space where I'm seeing somebody and like I'm just feeling them. I could feel like they don't feel like they belong in that space. That's like your boyfriend is not happy with you. Yeah, so like, what are you doing? Let's have a good time. You get me? So I don't actually know Veronica.
It's just a vibe. So like
it's a vibe. Yeah,
you go to a party, you go to a function, you see that person in the
just
corner
standing in the corner. Exactly.
Like, what are you doing? Like,
I know she's on the phone with her boyfriend the whole time. Like, bro, we went to party. Let's. Yeah, so that's the inspiration. Yeah,
that's what's up, man. Yeah. That's what's up. So let's talk a little bit about your performance. So obviously we discovered you at your show, Sounds of Afrobeats, that you did live, and you stood out in that way, not only just like with crowd engagement, but also obviously with the vocal range and the performance as well. So let's talk a little bit about your performance. Like what goes into that, and what is a Timi Dre show? What does that look like?
So, like I always say, before anything, I'm a musician. Like, be it producing, being an artist, I'm a musician. So, like, first of all, big shout out to Sounds of Afrobeat. That's man. I just want to say thank you. But like, so what makes Timi Dre's show is like I try to make people feel the authenticity. Like, because I feel like if I'm playing the songs to them, there's no connection. So I try to like connect with them on a musical level.
Yeah, so you want them to play it with you. You want them to give you feedback. You want them to feel involved. Yeah. So it's like these new things popping up all over New York, these immersive experiences. So Timi Dre is an immersive artist.
Yeah. Word. I would say that. Yeah, thank you for that, actually.
Word. That's what's up. I mean, I'm just stating facts. So when we were in here, while we were getting set up, Timi was shooting a TikTok video, a reel video or something like that.
Yeah.
So you take content seriously. Like
I think content creation is very serious. So it's a craft on its own. It's like creativity. So I feel like it's different making music, but like people want to feel relatable to the songs. Like they want to know what it feels like to make the song. So like I'm big on content creation.
Yeah.
I don't try to like act so cool. always camera ready, bro.
I feel it. So how do you feel about that? You say like not acting too cool. I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
musicians these days feel like they got to maintain this image, right? So
Fact.
what's your take on that? Like, what is it? Just kind of like pulling back the curtain and like you said earlier, like having that authenticity. How you feel like that's played a role in your career so far?
I mean, I do feel like in order to be relevant, you can't be too accessible. But at the same time, like, I want people to feel like I know Timi Dre, not just as a musician, but like I know Timi Dre, like Timi Dre as a person, because I want to be able to walk to the store and like people be like, oh yeah, he's a cool dude. It's not just a superstar. It's like a regular dude as well. So, yeah.
But he is a superstar, though.
I mean, I'll take that too. Like,
I feel it.
Yeah.
So the content definitely plays a big journey in building a relationship. But, I mean, let's be honest. The music, right, speaks for itself. The content is just the icing on top.
Exactly.
So when it comes to your process in creating, like, tell me a little bit about that. Like, so, you know, what does that look like for you? Are you in a dark room by yourself? Are you in a room with a bunch of people? Like, what makes you feel the most at home when you're creating?
All right, so like for my EP main character, the intro of the, if you notice, there was like a poem which is from my friend Moshudat. So it was just like they all making the entire process of the EP creation is like I felt I have felt loved, I have felt heartbroken, I have felt like I was successful, I felt like I have failed. So it's like everything combined together. There were times like recording songs like Deny. Like I actually initially started the song like 2 years ago. But I just felt like I wasn't able to finish it. But then I met someone.
Not Veronica.
Not Veronica, not Veronica. So like she made me feel like I could complete like what I started. So she was like the missing piece. You get me? Like, but like the other songs were like some were just like in the moment, it just happened. Like Veronica in the moment, it was just like a club song.
I feel that. I feel that. And so, you know, you mentioned your EP main character, right? Like you mentioned all the different emotions that played into coming into that project, right? Some songs, you know, taking shorter to create, some taking longer, right? And to me, I mean, main character, that sounds almost like an analogy for like the hero's journey. Like, you know, going through all of those different emotions and bringing your audience with you. Like, would you say that played a role in you naming the
EP?
Yeah.
You know, like I just noticed something. Like I told you before the show. Like it feels like when I enter into a room, it's just this energy. Like I just like, it's not about being cocky. It's just like I just had to learn that for myself. Like, okay, maybe I just accept what I am, because like and the whole thing about main character, it's like a superhero, right? But it's a superhero that feels loved, that feels abandoned. Like it feels human feeling. So like these are all things that makes me the main character. It's like I can feel emotions and I can feel happy at the same time. Like, yeah, basically.
That's smooth. So when it comes to, you mentioned the relatability, you mentioned also like not being too accessible to stay relevant, right? Like, you know, you are where you are in your space right now and you're doing shows and you're having an impact on people. I mean, what's been the biggest moment so far from a standpoint of, you know, interacting with your fan base or interacting with an audience so far, where you really felt like, you know what, like I'm here, like I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be?
When I did the show like major stage, couple 2 weeks ago, like it felt like they already knew me before. It felt like I was already known. So I just like, I think I'm at the right place, because coming before me deciding to put out my EP, many people know I do music, I make music, but it's just like there hasn't been that respect of like, oh yeah, Timi Dre is an artist, not just like a musician. So ever since I dropped my EP, I could just tell the response, the shift in the way people relate to me is like, now I feel like I'm respected.
And what does that feel like? I mean, what you said, there's a shift, right? Like, you know, people might not have taken you seriously in one way, shape, or form, but now you feel it, right? Like, talk about like what that feels like, having that respect as an artist, and does that move your confidence? I mean, speaking with you, obviously you're a confident person. You make great work, so you should be. But like, what does that feel like to really have that respect and feel that shift?
You know, honestly, I wasn't going for the respect, because the music comes first. So like, saying the respect now, it just feels like, okay, so I'm on a good track, because it's not like it's just a regular. It's not like it was just it didn't flop basically. So I can tell that okay, this is a good stuff. Like
Okay.
major like big names have been eating me up like yo, this is amazing. I'm like, thank you. So that makes me feel like this is something that it doesn't feel like a mediocre project. It feels like it's a good project.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Something that you can actually leverage moving forward in your artistry.
Yeah. Quick backstory. I haven't said this. So I actually turned 22, April 22nd. So it was like the universe aligning together for me to drop the EP because I was turning 22nd and 22 on April 22nd. So it's like a once in a lifetime event. So I'm like, okay, how can I celebrate this day that I would forever remember? And then that was where main character came from. I wanted to drop it that day.
Cool. And so for you, the EP, the mixtape, the album, obviously there's different ideologies from a standpoint of like, oh, well, this many songs is an EP, this much runtime is an album. Yeah. How did you define it as an EP versus a mixtape or album?
I was scared at first because prior to main character, I had one song out, Lover, that was the first song that wasn't produced by me. It was produced by my friend Joe Uzo. So I was at first worried that as an upcoming artist, it wouldn't be wise to just drop an EP. I'm just like, why not? The rules don't apply anymore again in this time and age. I'm just like, I'm just gonna take the risk and just do it, and it's doing really good right now, really really good.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, a question for up and coming artists as well. You said, before you dropped your EP, you had one song, The Lover. Yeah. And then from there, you just said, all right, I'm just going to drop an EP. So for up and coming artists who are kind of debating, like, all right, do I want to drop this? Do I want to do a single? Like, Russ, for example, he was like, oh, drop a single every week for 52 weeks.
I heard that too. I was about to do that, but because when I posted the snippet for Veronica, it went crazy. It went crazy. I was worried, like, should I drop it as a single? I'm like, nah, this was a dream for me. And now the reaction from like the songs like Deny, For My Hand, Kelpie vibes.
Yeah.
Kelpie,
I actually met him at Dreamville. I met him at Dreamville 2022.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
He texted me like, yo, my favorite songs are actually Deny and For My Hand. And I'm like, wait, what? It's just, I just feel like if it feels right, just do it. The things that Russ did to get him to where he's at now, it worked for him. We can't mention like 5 artists that did the same thing Russ did that was there, like at that stage, that level right now.
Yeah, and it didn't work.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, well, if you feel like you just want to make an album, just try to make it relevant as possible as you can, though. You can't just drop an album and just leave them, just abandon, let's expect fans to just listen to it. You need to let them understand the journey. So constantly, I always try to show how the whole process happened.
Absolutely. I dig that. And so kind of getting into the fan and giving the fans the journey and giving them the experience and allowing them to grow with you.
Grow with
Timi
me, basically. Dre. Exactly.
It's how do you determine, right, especially with that being your first project, what's a success and what is, all right, I need to work on this element, or I wish I could have done better here. Is it the numbers that you define that by, or is it the response, right?
I would say the numbers right now.
Okay.
But the response, everything has been amazing. Like, that's how I know that I'm in a good spot. Like, I'm not even worried. Like, right now, it's like the first thing, I feel like before anything else, good music always prevails. So I'm like, okay, I think I knew I made good music, but judging from the response, it's like, okay, yeah, this affirms that this is good music for sure. Yeah. Like, talking about the numbers, I know that if it was on a different level, like under a different name, under a different brand, not brand, I don't have to put it in words, but you get what I'm saying, right? Yeah, like, definitely. I know if it was in a different space, probably would have gone way more than it is right now. But I'm still grateful. In a month, I have like 200,000 streams on just Spotify alone.
That's beautiful.
So it's like I can't even be mad.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
congratulations. That's big numbers. 200,000 streams in his first project.
Yeah.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
So as far as, what are you working on right now? What can we expect from Timi Dre moving forward? And
I have things lined up, bro. Yeah. Like,
you can give us some tea, or
No. I just let you anticipate, like, because I don't want to be predictable. You don't know what the next sound is gonna sound like.
I got you.
Yeah, but definitely more things to work on.
Cool. And then kind of the last thing I want to talk about is like explain, your process, right? Like, from, obviously you produce your music for the most part, right?
Yeah.
And so when you're starting a project, is it the idea? Is it the chord? Is it the, different elements of the instruments that you're using? I mean, you play multiple instruments.
Yeah.
What does that look like for you? How do you get in that mode of creating a song, and how do you know that this is the one?
Mostly it's like the mood, the feeling at the time. Like sometimes start with a story, like how I feel in the moment. It's like when I for you, for example, is a story of like my girl. So it's like I always started from all the assurances I made, and it's like it felt good in the moment. Like just put it in a song, and that's how that happened. Yes.
Okay.
But other songs might just be like the guitar, like For My Hand, start with the bass. It doesn't have like a fixed process.
Yeah.
It just varies.
So it's safe to say you have many different muses. You get inspired by many different things.
By everything.
That's beautiful, man. So if you had one thing to say to the viewers that are watching today, and you want them to remember Timi Dre by this one statement, what would it be?
I would just say, just be you. Just be you. Be true to yourself. You can't fake the process. You can't lie. You can't lie about working hard when you're not working hard. Like you actually have to work hard. Yeah, I'll just say that. Just be true to yourself. Because everybody can tell you you're amazing, but like you have to tell yourself like, okay, have I worked hard enough to be like, yeah, I'm super amazing. Like, yeah, that's what I'm just gonna say.
What happens in the dark comes to light.
Exactly.
Awesome,
That's
man. Well, thank you for joining us today on Cut Different TV.
Thank you so much.
It's been Sebastian Ryder, another episode of Cut Different TV. You guys be blessed. Peace.